Hey guys, Lunar Spire 1127 here, bringing you Fairy Tale Chapter 289, Tiny Fists. So, in last week's chapter, Wendy and Chelia's fight began, and it was actually surprisingly a good one. I mean, it was revealed that Chelia is a sky god slayer, like Zankrau, and Wendy actually learned a couple cool new moves, but the chapter ended with Chelia being able to get up and having her injuries healed, and this was a possibility that she may be the source of the dark magic that Jellal has been sensing all this time. So in this week's chapter begins with Wendy. She's still beaten up, and Chelia, she doesn't have a scratch on her. She's able to get up with all her injuries healed, and then we get to see Mistgun AKA Jellal in the crowd. He's questioning whether Chelia has something to do with Zeref, or if she's actually the source of the dark magic that he's been trying to sense throughout this Grand Magic Games. Then I get to see Doranbolt. He sees Mistgun, and he realizes that ever since, he infiltrated Fairy Tale, he knew about Mistgun, and I guess he knew that Mistgun was the Edalus Jellal, and because he says that he wasn't supposed to exist in this world. So he's starting to question who Mistgun really is, and Jellal, he's suspecting that Doranbolt is spying on him. And anyway, back to the fight. Chelia, she's pretty much asking Wendy to give up, but Wendy's like, no. She's saying that she doesn't need her pity, and that she wants to keep going until she's fallen and can't get up. So Chelia decides to finish this in one strike using one of her God Slayer secret techniques. Black feathers are coming out of her arms, and she launches this attack called Amatsu no Murakumo, the Heavenly Gathering of Clouds, which launches this stream of feathers and wings at Wendy, but the attack missed. And according to Mira Jane, apparently, even though Chelia is able to heal her wounds, she can't recover from her exhaustion or her fatigue. And Wendy was somehow able to revive Chelia's strength, and because of that, her magic attack was even more powerful, and it managed to miss. The rest of the fight between Wendy and Chelia is pretty much hand-to-hand combat with Dragon Slayer and God Slayer. Wendy and Chelia, they've been going at it for quite a while, and that until time ran out during the fight, and it turns out that it was now a draw. So yeah, this fight, I'll admit, in last week's chapter, it was a pretty good fight, but it ended in a draw, and I was a bit iffy about this because, I don't know, it looked like that Wendy may lose to Chelia, but I kind of wanted Wendy to win in a way, but I at least wanted them, either Wendy or Chelia, to win, but it turned out the match was a draw. So, yeah, I'm a bit iffy on that one, but because it was a draw, both Fairy Tale Team A and Lamia Scale, they both get 5 points. Both Wendy and Chelia, they're exhausted, but Wendy still has her injuries. So Chelia decides to heal her, and they both decide to become good friends. And that's pretty much the end of the fight. And pretty much the end of the day 3 of the Grand Magic Games. Pretty much, yeah, the fight came a draw. Wendy and Chelia become friends, and everyone's happy. But we cut back to Jellal, and he still senses the sinister dark magic. And it turns out that Chelia has no connection whatsoever to Zeref, even though she knows lost magic God Slayer. So, I gotta ask, how does Chelia know about God Slayer magic? I mean, who taught her that? I know she doesn't have a connection with Zeref, but she has to learn it from someone. So, I have no idea who it is. Anyway, Jellal senses the magic and the dark magic, and it turns out it was heading towards the exit. He's about to leave, but he notices that Doranbolt was spying on him, so he used his magic to, I guess, to teleport into the exit. And Jellal, we finally get to see a dark shadow of a person. We don't know who it is, and it wasn't even revealed. But Jellal says that it is him, so he had to be the source of the dark magic. And he was about to confront this mysterious guy, but Doranbolt, I hated this part. Doranbolt teleported to where Jellal is, and we're never gonna know who this mysterious person is. We probably won't know it. I don't think it's Arcadios. It could be Zeref, but we don't know. God damn it, Doranbolt. Anyway, yeah, Doranbolt managed to catch up with Mistgun because with his teleportation magic. And then Lahar and the rest of the Magic Council guards, and they're asking him what is going on. And then the chapter ends with Doranbolt asking Jellal, I know that you're not Mistgun. Who are you? And you get to see the last panel with Erza, like she's sensing something. So yeah, that's Fairy Tail chapter 289. I gotta admit, it was a pretty good chapter. I did like the fight between Wendy and Chelia. I wasn't expecting it to be a draw, though. I thought like either Wendy could win or Chelia could win, like either one of them, but I'm okay with that. I guess the interesting thing at this chapter was Jellal trying to find the source of the dark magic, which we almost get to see, but fucking Doranbolt had to like interfere. I wanted to know if the person was Zeref, or he can't be Arcadios, or he could be someone else. Maybe it could be a character that we know, but it's been like 7 years, so it could be a different person. But we don't know that yet. And it looks like Jellal is in some serious trouble because he's confronted with not only Doranbolt and Lahar, but a couple of guards from the Magic Council. And if Jellal gets caught, he'll be arrested again, and Fairy Tail Team A may be disqualified. So it's possible next week's chapter he may try to find a way to escape the Magic Council. Maybe Ultir and Melody. I'm pretty sure they're still spying on him. So maybe they might try to help save Jellal. But from the looks of it, it might be Erza who might come in and help him. Next week's chapter is called Night of Intersecting Feelings. I don't know what exactly this could be about. Or it could be... Who knows? Maybe it could be another romantic moment between Jellal and Erza. So overall, it was a pretty good chapter. So I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Granted, I wasn't expecting a draw between Wendy and Chelia, but the fight was pretty good, and I did like what happened near the end with Jellal in trouble with the Magic Council. But I was actually hoping to know the source of the dark magic, but we don't get to. But we probably won't know that for a while. And I'm still thinking Jellal might try to escape the Magic Council. So, you know what, overall, it was a pretty good chapter. So, yeah, that's a fair... Oh, also, I didn't mention this before, but in last week's chapter, we get to see Orga and his reaction. And since Orga uses black lightning, I'm assuming that he is a lightning godslayer. And if he's a lightning godslayer, then it might be possible that he might fight against Loxus. So, that would be pretty cool. Orga from Sabretooth against Fairy Tail's Loxus. That would be a pretty cool fight. So, yeah, that's Fairy Tail chapter 289. I'm going to Spiral 1127, and I'll see